Welcome to virtual Japan as we are here today for round number 6.
Oh, Pearson gets into the 95 of Bolts. Here comes the caution.
Flag is dropped here at Daytona, and away go for the first time. Nicholas Morcel, Sean.
Looks like most get through unscathed. Look at that, there's Reed Gibson. A big move at the inside line of Dom's, possibly a little bit of contact.
Now, as we've got three wide action going through turns 1 and 2.
And they're underway. Eric Hahn takes a nice jump. Wilson hasn't let it go very far.
Go out here for Circuit Spa, Frank and Sean. Alex Johnson's off to a brilliant start there.
See just how oddly shaped this one is. We saw in the background Eric Hahn go for a bit of a swing, and he's gone and he's over.
New stuff. Cody Graham's the one-on-one up into second place. Alex Johnson 6/10 lead at the moment.
They're dicey up front. There's Andrew Kessel, Justin Sang.
They are ready to go. The lights are out, and away we go for the very first time here at Okayama International Circuit. Finley Fitzsimmons.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome back. The Old Bashers Racing League Kimball Cup Series every Sunday night. It's round 2 of the season. We're at Auto Club Speedway. Another full grid and an action-packed evening in store for you. Filling in for Gareth McAllister, my name is James East with Team Goon Squad Broadcasting. Thank you all so much for tuning in, supporting the show. We're bringing you action 1080p, 60 frames per second, as we've got about a minute left in qualifying. And right now, it is it's Tom Ogle making his way on the top spot in qualifying. He's going to edge out Josh Robinson and Hinchcliffe, currently third fastest. Shosey and Bates, your fastest top 5. And a very, very healthy grid. 31 drivers have put down qualifying times so far. Looks like a couple new drivers. Patrick Martindale piloting the 107 machine. Courtney Nelson, the 102. They are, of course, ineligible to put down qualifying time since they are rookie triple-digit drivers, but looking forward to another action-packed evening. You may have noticed we've already got a poll up here on the YouTube side of the broadcast for our viewers at home. Let us know over under 2 cautions tonight. We had a little bit of a discussion with race control and league owner Dwayne MacArthur come to this, and he's saying he's very confidently saying it's a 2 caution max kind of night. Personally, full grid, Auto Club, I'm betting on 3, if not 4. But let's see who's going to win that one and take home the bacon, or the Canadian bacon as MacArthur prefers. Drivers making their way out onto the grid, starting on pole, Tom Ogle, the number 11 machine. Josh Robinson starting second. John Hinchcliffe starts third. Cameron Shosey starting fourth. Chris Bates starting fifth. Brian Lindsay starts sixth. Greg McDaniel, Mr. Kimball himself, starts seventh. Michael Watt starting eighth. Troy Baker starting ninth. Larry Corey starts 10th. Lloyd Moore starting 11th. Eddie Cajun Jones starting 12th. Cycling him back, Joey Buscemi starting 13th. Wayne Hufford starting 14th. Bob Fellenbaum starting 15th. Jonathan Green starts 16th. Dean Gear, the fried chicken man himself, starts 17th. Victor Ryan starting 18th. Brian Lynch starting 19th. Kenneth Scholl starting 20th. Al Turner starting 21st. Lee Warsdale starts 22nd. Sean Foltz will be starting 23rd. Kermit Gentry Jr. starting 24th. We've got Dakota Grandpa Pischke. He's running 25th. Daryl Wininger starts 26th. Robert Garisco starting 27th. Bruce Pearson starting 28th. Dwayne McCarthy, the Baskin Indian, had dismal qualifying. He's starting 29th. Brian McRubbin starting 30th. Dustin Martinson starting 31st. Dan Hill starts 32nd. Courtney Nelson starting 33rd. John Hastings 34th. We've got Mark Schrader starting 35th. Jeff Lyden starting 36th. Cycling it back one more time. William Martin starting 37th. Patrick Martindale starting 38th. Rick Nitt starts 39th. Alan Wanamaker starting 40th. Bert Dirty Dodson starts 41st. Mark Fish starts 42nd. And Michael Lemanchek starts 43rd. A very healthy grid here tonight. As man, what a great overhead shot. 43 drivers gridded up behind our iRacing safety car. Making their way off of pit road. Everybody getting formed up. Now there's I wouldn't be surprised if there is a delayed start here. As a lot of drivers did receive EOL penalties following the season opener at Daytona. You'll see drivers already dropping their way back. Looks like it's going to be Mark Schrader, William Martin, Kermit Gentry, Alan Wanamaker, Michael Watts, all receiving end-of-line penalties. But it looks like we get the grid up, sorted up rather quickly here, so we may be able to go green as we look to see if that iRacing. Yes, the pace car down pit road. And we are green flag racing here at Auto Club. Oglin Robinson going to be starting the show up front. Don Hinchcliffe the inside line. Talking to the drivers throughout practice, seems like this is one of those tracks you can kind of find a lane, whatever suits your driving style. Plenty of options for these drivers. As things looking a little bit hectic further back, I think I saw Wayne Hufford, number 75 machine. He's up 3 positions so far. Hank Besaw join us from the spectator area, not able to make it in as we look at 4-wide action. Wayne Hufford in a precarious spot. Looks like there's contact between Hufford. Hufford's going to be into the wall. The caution is out. The field scatters. That is Hufford and the 17 machine of Larry Corey. Tough to see what happened. We saw it. It looked like they were hinting at 4 wide. As Hufford's got big problems, get that replay queued up. Keep an eye out on Hufford. Oh, let's back that one up. Oh, what a great shot. 4 wide here. Watch Hufford, the 75, just gets pinched. Gets into Corey. I'm not sure if that's going to be a no-fault incident or not. Too tough for me to call up here in the booth, but unfortunately for Hufford and Corey, both drivers taking heavy, heavy damage there. So that'll be our first caution of the night. 62% of our viewers were they were guessing it's going to be an over 2 caution kind of evening. Michael Dow also letting us know is it Dow or Doe? Michael letting us know he was also not able to get into the session. Shows how popular this league has become, consistently fielding 43 drivers. Now, usually later on the season, and as life gets in the way of the drivers, then you'll start seeing, 38, 39 car grids. But good to see that the Kimball Cup Series out here in force, really attracting some top-notch drivers. The minimum age of the Old Bachelors Racing League, 35 or older. If every driver out on track was the minimum age to qualify for the league, that would be 1,505 years of collective experience. If every driver was at the minimum age. I know for certain that is not the case. Some drivers, I believe, hitting in excess of 60. A few drivers are over the age of 60, so easy to count for 2,000 years of racing experience here. Looks like Ogle and Hinchcliffe will be on the front row. Robinson Bates, your second row. Shosi McDaniel, your third row. John Foltz, Michael Watts, Rick Nitz, Wayne Hufford, Larry Corey, all coming down pit road under caution. Looks like William Martin's going to do the same in the 94 machine. Wonder if some of these drivers that weren't involved in that incident may be taking the opportunity to say, you know what, let's get towards the back of this. I don't think they're done ruining some perfectly good race cars. And about the middle of the pack is where we saw that first caution come out from. Looks like the grid is set once more. Expecting the safety car to come down pit road this time by after we make our way around the backstretch here at Auto Club, then through 3 and 4. William Martin rolls out onto the track to try and rejoin the field. Now we do have an in-car reporter tonight as well. Dwayne MacArthur volunteered to give us a little bit of inside scoop under caution when the opportunity arises, so we might be doing that, I'm going to say on our third caution since I'm betting against MacArthur. But we are green flag racing once more. Ogle's going to be out front on the inside line. Keep an eye out on Hinchcliffe. Oh, but this is a rough spot for Hinchcliffe to be in. If Robinson and Ogle can link up, bumpers start working together, the two teammates, they are going to grow legs and get things going. A little bit further back, there's Greg McDaniel sporting number 1 in the Chevrolet Camaro. Up one spot, holding on to 6. Let's go a little bit further back. Looks like that's Kenneth Schultz, the 97 machine. Up on the high side, you can see Brian Lynch, Al Turner, Lee Warsdale, Dwayne MacArthur also in the mix here. We already saw 4-wide racing early on. Oh, I think I saw a hint of it as well there. In the middle is Grandpa Pischke, now in the number 20 machine. He's forced into a 3-wide situation. No, Pischke's up against the high side. I think that's Winninger right below. No, that's Dan Hill, the number 7 machine. Everybody kind of dancing around here, trying to get into some sort of rhythm. Oh, Hill, a little bit of contact, and there's big contact. the number 15 machine of Daryl Winninger. Oh my goodness, the field scatters to avoid getting into Dan. It all happened with Winninger. So watch this, there's contact there with Dan Hill in the middle, squeezes up on the high side of the track, bounces off the number 20 machine of Dakota Pischke. Daryl Winninger just has nowhere to go, gets collected there, and let's see what happened to Dan Hill. Hill crashes in a very tricky spot there. And I'm trying to get a wide angle shot here. And just the field trying to figure out where Hill's going to come to a stop at. Everybody taking evasive maneuvers. Thankfully, no other drivers, it doesn't look like, gets collected in there. But there is smoke all across the track. And that will be our second caution of the evening. So for those of you that voted for over 2 cautions, you are the winner of 1 million imaginary internet points. These drivers in for a very long night. If this is how things are going to keep going, very uncharacteristic, but still early on into the season. The drivers getting things sorted out. A race that was scheduled to run an hour and 10 minutes. I think it's going to be a little bit longer than that one here. Well, let's try this again. Hill's still going to be up front, accompanied by, Ogle's going to be up front, accompanied by Josh Robinson. Hinchcliffe Jones will be your second row. McDaniel and Bates will be your third row. Not sure where Eddie Jones came from. He's up 8 positions so far. The Cajun feeling good so far here at Auto Club. Grid once again sorted out. Looks like Hill has retired early. He's putting it back in the virtual hauler in that number 7 machine. 42 other drivers still out on track. A small spattering opting to come down pit road and take tires under caution. Let's see if these drivers can get some sort of green flag run built up here. Pace car is in. And we are back to green flag racing. This time Hinchcliffe's going to be back on the inside line. Ogle not going to have the support from Robinson that he was looking for. Robinson, though, may try and get that high side formed up and get some sort of momentum going. He's accompanied by Eddie Jones in the number 14 machine. Robinson, the number 23, backed by Micro Center. Ogle goes back to the high side, trying to get in front of his teammate, looking for some support up here. Chris Bates sitting 5th, the number 81 machine. Greg McDaniel, Cameron Shosey, Ryan Lindsay, as we hear somebody dragging the wall. A little bit further back, I think I saw some more 3-wide action. There's Dakota Pischke. Can't get out of the 3-wide situation so far here. Courtney Nelson, the newcomer in the 102 machine. Up 17 spots, being ineligible to qualify. But wanting to come out and show he's got what it takes to run with the OBRL Kimball Cup Series veterans. Now we got a little bit of feedback from the 107 and Patrick Martindale. He's up 7 spots, right 31st. His big focus for today's main event was going, you know what, I don't want to burn up tires 10 laps in like I did last week. Let's maybe take it a little bit slower this time. Don't let the race jitters get in our way and see what's going to unfold as this thing gets going. But everywhere you look out on track, there is side-by-side racing. There's Dean Gear in the 92 machine. He's going to get put in the middle, 3 wide. Oh, hinting at 4 wide. There's the 56 of Buscemi, Troy Baker, Dean Gear. Side by side by side. As we're hinting at 4 wide again. I think that's Nelson. Nelson, the newcomer, very wisely not making it a 4 wide situation. There's enough room here at Auto Club, but really not worth risking your machine only 13 laps into this main event. I think that's going to take Nelson far if he can keep that racecraft up. And I mean, to his credit, he's up 22 positions. And has been in quite some hairy situations. He makes the inside line work against Joey Buscemi in the 56. Now, these drivers can get about 43 to 48 laps of fuel. The draft, super, super strong from what the drivers were telling us. As there is a battle for the lead, Tom Ogle, John Hinchcliffe, Josh Robinson, Eddie Jones have about a half-second breakaway from the rest of the field. There's Greg McDaniel in 5th. He's got a lot of friendly faces right behind him that want to make sure that these top 4 don't get a breakaway. What a great shot here at Auto Club, showing just how busy this racetrack is. They'll have 42 drivers out on track out of the 43 entered here. Ogle gets a bit of reprieve as Robinson trying to fend off both Jones and Hinchcliffe. Looks like Greg McDaniel closing the gap. McDaniel has Lindsay and Bates linked up right behind him. Very interesting to see the different line selection being taken by these drivers as well. Joe's going to have a big run up the inside line of Robinson. Robinson looks like he thought about making a block there. Hinchcliffe also trying to get around the number 23 machine. Jones takes over the 3rd place spot. Hinchcliffe riding high up against the wall. McDaniel and just about everybody else has definitely caught up to the top 4 here. I think with Jones and Hinchcliffe going side by side, it's punching a massive hole in the air for these other drivers. And I think right now Tom Ogle's probably in the safest seat in the house besides up here in the broadcast booth. He wants to keep all the carnage, all the problems behind that White Claw back number 11 Ford Mustang. As we're on board with Greg McDaniel. A big run there in the number 1 machine. Catches up to the back of Hinchcliffe. But look who's on the inside line. That's none other than Courtney Nelson, our current hard charger. Well, if Nelson has the tire management to back up this pace, we're going to see a spectacular finish here. Nelson up into 5th. Oh, a big lunge up the inside line of Hinchcliffe. Has to back out of it. We did have an off-track excursion with Lloyd Moore. No caution. We'll keep things clean and green here. Behind Nelson, there's Brian Lindsay, Dwayne MacArthur. McDaniel has fallen back now to 8th. Looks like Nelson really pressuring that inside line. Oh, grabs a little bit too much apron there. Gets a little bit loose. There's a big run for the number 24 of Brian Lindsay. We go 4 wide once more. MacArthur all the way down at the bottom. You've got Lindsay, Hinchcliffe, MacArthur, Nelson. 4 wide. What a great shot that is. Look for MacArthur to try and quickly get out of the danger zone here. Nelson's going to fall in behind the 83 machine. Oh, what a precarious spot to be in. We're only 20 laps in, and we've seen quite a few instances of 4 wide. I wonder if Nelson's going to maybe play it a little bit safer here, fall back and watch what these guys are doing. Ogle still leading the charge with Robinson linked up behind him a little bit further back, trying to see who that may be. That is Dakota Pischke again. We're just seeing 3 wide all across this racetrack. Pischke trying to get around McDaniel. Pischke having a good run, that number 20 Toyota. He is up 16 positions, but right behind him, that's Chris Bates and Dean Gear, also side by side. A game of high-speed chess here at Auto Club. Drivers hitting speeds in excess of 200 miles an hour. And when you're 3 or 4 wide, a single mistake is enough to send you home and a large portion of the rest of the field. As I say that, I just saw the number 18 machine of Troy Baker pointed the wrong direction. Don't think I saw anybody else get collected there. Hooks in on Baker. Oh, gets hooked. Oh, trying to see who he drilled there. Several drivers going to have a little bit of damage tagging that wall. See if we can get another shot queued up. Watch Baker, the number 18 machine. Gets hit in the old corner panel. And then everybody's scattering for a safe place to go. A wild, wild start to the evening. We're going to see if we can get Dwayne MacArthur into the booth here. We're accompanied by Dwayne MacArthur in the 83 machine. Dwayne, you got a copy?
Yeah, buddy, I gotcha.
Now, Dwayne, for a driver that said, oh, we're going to for sure have 2 tops, we've had our 3rd caution now, and we saw you in a pretty hairy 4-wide situation.
Yeah, it's a racy track out here tonight. There's 4 or 5 lanes that are working, so it's certainly been pretty hectic. A little bit of fun, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot of fun out here right now.
Now, Dwayne, as this run develops, are those line choices going to change for any of the drivers, or you think everybody's going to get in the groove and kind of stick where they're happiest at?
Yeah, I think, I was just moving up to the top there. I think we're gonna migrate up top a little bit as the runs go on. Probably about 20, 25 laps into a run. I can see that definitely developing.
Well, Dwayne, a great pit stop while being interviewed. Very well done. We'll let you get back out on track and help herd some cats, but we wish you the best of luck out there.
Yeah, no problem. That was one of the harder things I've ever done.
Well,
but great to chat, and I hope we're putting on a show. Yeah, all good, buddy.
Thank you, sir. That was Dwayne MacArthur, a flawless pit stop while being interviewed. Somebody's got to berate the broadcast team for that one. We got to pick our moments a little bit better. So that's going to be our 3rd caution of the night. Hard charger as it stands. Still Courtney Nelson, the 102 machine. He's up 25 spots. Keep an eye on MacArthur, though. Up 24 positions. Up front, it's going to still be Ogle Robinson, the front row. Jones, Hinchcliffe, your 2nd row. MacArthur and Lindsay will be your 3rd row. Fans, let us know, were you expecting this type of action for the 2nd round of the season? We've had a few really big crashes. Pace car aggressively down pit road. And we are green flag racing once more here at Auto Club. Will we get the green flag run we've been looking for? We know cautions breed cautions. There's Eddie Jones, a big run on the inside line, trying to put those fresh tires to use against Ogle. Ogle going to carry a little bit more momentum off the high side. And such a good shot. Still have 42 drivers out on track here. Another packed house, back-to-back race weekends with full grids and drivers on standby. John Hinchcliffe up on the high side, kind of all by his lonesome. MacArthur, a big run down low. Oh, that's, look at that. There's the 23 of Robinson. Eddie Jones and Dwayne MacArthur, they were briefly going to work together. We're expecting the next fuel window to open up around lap 65, close around lap 70. As Joey Buscemi clicks off the fastest lap of the race, a 40.8 out of that 56 Chevrolet. Buscemi trying to track down Chris Bates, but he's got Lee Warsdale, the 99 machine, right behind. Up front, things are getting dicey once more. There's Tom Ogle, Eddie Jones side by side. Jones wants that second place spot. He goes up high to tuck in behind Hinchcliffe. So it's Hinchcliffe, Jones, MacArthur on the high side, and some of the Team Miata drivers with Ogle and Robinson down low. MacArthur a big lunge to the inside. Looks like there's a little bit of lap traffic right ahead of this battle for the lead. That's going to get a little bit exciting as this field comes swarming around. I think that's Dean Gear, the 92 machine. Not sure where he's going to go because there is a hornet's nest coming behind him. So Jones will have the privilege and the misfortune. The first driver having to work his way through traffic here. And I think that's going to get only exponentially worse if this run continues to go green. We haven't really had, well, we in fact haven't had a green flag run so far where we had any green flag pit stops. Looks like a majority of the field happy going single file at this point to try and get some laps clicked off here before we go back to racing. If we can go green, this will be a one more stop green flag race. I'm not sure if MacArthur maybe got a little bit loose there coming out of two, but he's losing ground to Hinchcliffe and Ogle. No, the opposite, gaining momentum here. I thought we saw him kind of dip down to the inside of the track like he was fighting a snap loose condition, but he put that car, that number 83 machine, exactly where he wanted. Now he's up 27 positions. Jones, the fastest lap of the race, a 40.79, but it's going to be answered by Dakota Pischke with a 40.74. The drivers starting to get a little bit of green flag experience under their belt, starting to get some momentum. Trap speed of MacArthur last time by 205 miles an hour, using the draft off of Jones to help pull himself up a little bit further forward. Tom Ogle, John Hinchcliffe still batting for the third place spot. Ogle down low, Hinchcliffe up high. Another good battle out on track. Courtney Nelson, Lee Warsdale. Joey Buscemi there in the mix as well as Cameron Shozy in the 13. We've got 10 laps of good green flag run clicked off so far. Now you might start seeing the effects of tire. And this short run here is going to try something a little bit different to keep that momentum forward. I think that's why we see the top six just kind of, for the most part, fall in line. Dakota Pischke, the number 20, he's at the tail end of the lead pack. You can see that 0.6 second gap he's got over Brian Lindsay just in the background. Lindsay has McDaniel, Bates, Warsdale, Nelson, Buscemi right behind him. MacArthur, now the hard charger, up 27 spots. Eddie Jones, your race leader, having a great race. He's up 11 positions. Can't quite see. I think Jones has relatively clean track ahead of him. We still have 41 drivers on the lead lap, 42 drivers out on track. You can see Dean Gear just in the foreground ahead of the lead pack. As Ogle and MacArthur leaning on each other here in the battle for second. MacArthur falls back. Jones and Ogle the top two. I see somebody's getting a little bit squirrely there. I think it may have been Robinson, the 23. And something has happened to John Hastings. Oh, Hastings, I think, disconnected or had a massive blink to the 32 machine. A series of bad luck there. We also check in on Bruce Pearson, piloting the number 22 Ford Mustang. He's having his battle with Michael Watson, Lloyd Moore for 18. Another good battle is Buscemi. He's been in the fray all race long. There's Lee Warsdale just ahead, the 99 machine. Buscemi the 56. Shosi the 13. Courtney Nelson the 102. Up front, we've got side-by-side action for the lead. There's Eddie Jones, Tom Ogle, MacArthur, Robinson, and Pischke making up the top five, separated by less than a half second amongst each other. Looks like John Hinchcliffe pulling his way up towards the front as well. The number 8 hasn't quite lost that pack yet. Oh, what happened there? Looked like somebody tagged the wall. And things are getting a little bit dicey here in the top five. For the first time, drivers have a bit of a run underneath their belt. And the lines will change depending on how they're feeling the tires here. Ogle back up front, that number 11 machine, as we get closer to the halfway mark. There's Jones and Robinson. Robinson trying to lend his support to team captain Ogle. That is the top six, linked up nose to tail, separated by about 4/10 from Ogle back to Hinchcliffe in 6th. Pischke and MacArthur going side by side. MacArthur still your hard charger, up 26 positions. Pischke having a great race. He's up about 19, let's call it 20, as he works his way back around Hinchcliffe. A little bit further back, still great racing, Al Turner. Brian Lynch battling for that 15th place position. Not too far back, you've got Sean Foltz, Daryl Winninger. They're fighting for 18th. And Brian Lindsay, Lee Warsdale having a very frantic battle just inside the top 10 here. Lindsay, the number 24 machine. Warsdale, the 99. Here comes the 102 of Courtney Nelson. Looked like Nelson was going to force it into a 3-wide situation. Backs out of it. The tuck in behind Warsdale. And there's Shosi, the number 13 machine up on the high side. He was behind Brian Lindsay. Worsdale looked like he was getting set up for an inside move, backs out of it. And things briefly calming down slightly here. Slightly. Because I don't think anybody's told Worsdale and Nelson still battling for that 11th place position. Worsdale's up 11 spots, Nelson up 21. There's Robert Garisco, the 28. That's an old favorite. We haven't had the opportunity to call his name in a while. He's having a battle with Al Turner, but the 28 having a good race as well, up 28 positions. Garisco definitely a fan favorite. We've called him, I'd say at least 50 races I've called with Robert Garisco in it in that 28 machine. Super nice guy on and off the track. Josie picks up the 9th place spot from Brian Lindsay. Jeff Lyden have some sort of problem with an off-track excursion. Let's get a replay queued up. He triggered the pit entry cones in that 39 machine, or at least the broadcast software. I'm not sure if he was trying to pit or just made a horrific mistake there. Thankfully does not come barreling out onto traffic. Checking in on Burt Dirty Dodson, the 59. He's running 30th. Oh, we get to read the live replay queued back up. There we go. Dodson running 30th in the 59 machine. He's got William Martin, the 94, right behind him. Victor Ryan in front in the 51. William Martin, a good move in that 94 machine. As Ryan falls back slightly, we go a little bit further ahead. There's Michael Watts. He's involved in a race trying to track down Al Turner. But he's got Robert Garisco, Brian Lynch, Sean Foltz right in tow. Turner having a great run there. Look at that. He's trying to work up alongside Worsdale's 99. Just about everybody's on the same fuel and tire strategy after that lap 23 pit cycle, as we were all under eye-pacing conditions under yellow. And up front, it's Ogle, Robinson, MacArthur, Pischke, Jones, your current top 5. They built up about a 9/10 advantage over John Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe has lost the draft of this lead pack. And it's a long way back, 1.7 seconds before Hinchcliffe can find an ally with the likes of Greg McDaniel. It's going to be interesting to see if these top 5 maybe link up, work together here, try and put a bit of a gap on the rest of the field. As elsewhere on track, it's still a meat grinder as we watch Shosi, Lindsay, and Nelson battle for 9th. Just about to the halfway mark of the evening. Bushimi, a big run there in the 56, just nowhere to put it. Looks to the high side, but Lindsay takes up the spot. Those drivers getting a little bit squirrely here, maybe losing patience, trying to make some moves happen. Bushimi looks to the inside line. May pick up the spot there against Lindsay. It's going to be close as they're side by side down the backstretch. Something has happened. Dakota Pischke, Dwayne MacArthur have fallen rapidly off the pace here. No, excuse me, it's just MacArthur. So something has happened to the 83 machine. He is very much behind those top 4 drivers now. And that's the last thing he wants is Ogle and Robinson to link up, start working together, and put a big gap on the field. Pischke and Jones running 3rd and 4th. They want to wait for MacArthur, but you got to keep that momentum up. The green and white flags are crossed by Barney, our flagman, signifying the halfway of today's main event. We've had 3 cautions so far and a lot of great racing as we watch Josh Robinson, Tom Ogle, 2 teammates battling for the race lead here. Maybe taking turns leading so that way the fuel mileage is about the same. Those are 2 drivers you can expect to work together till the end of this thing. Robinson and Ogle working together have built up a half-second advantage. Oh, and we've got a caution. I think it's going to be William Martin causing it. Oh, and who else is collected? Looks like Dustin Martinson off track. Patrick Martindale. So Martin triggered the pit road entry. Gets loose out of 4. Goes for a wild ride, and my goodness. Let's watch that one once more. I want to see who gets collected there. Oh, the number 19 machine absolutely drills them. That's Dustin Martinson. Watch this one once more, see if we can get a tighter angle. We're watching William Martin having the ride of his life, and unfortunately not. He was looking for the 94. Pinballs up onto the track. I think that was the 17 machine of Larry Corey, who may hit the incident limit there, gets sent to the Shadow Realm. This may be Patrick Martindale we see coming in. No, it's not Martindale. But Martindale does take a tow back to pit road. How is he involved? Oh, try to take evasive maneuvers. And unfortunately, just absolutely drills the wall as the yellow flag comes out. So the 107 is going to take a shortcut to pit road. And then take the tow back. So that will be our 4th caution of the night as the field comes down pit road. Now this could be interesting. There is a slight chance drivers can make it till the end here on fuel. It's going to be close. Oh no, the 107 letting us know that iRacing said he clipped the back of the car. So netcode giveth for Patrick Martindale, and in this case, netcode taketh away. Tough luck for Martindale. His big focus was just focusing on tires and having a good, consistent finish. And then getting absolutely robbed out of that one. We'll get the field stacked back up. Looks like Larry Corey out of the event. Patrick Martindale in pit road. William Martin with an extended stay in pit road. John Hastings, Dan Hill also forced into an early retirement here. On the front row is Josh Robinson, Tom Ogle. Jones, Hinchcliffe make up your second row. MacArthur and Pischke your third row. Pete cheering on Mark Fish. Fish running well in that 42 Toyota. He's up 16 spots, running 26. Pace car is in. And we are green flag racing once more. Now drivers who have gotten used to a little bit longer run, suddenly fresh tires underneath them. I'm expecting to see some big moves on this opening run as drivers try and shuffle back into position. Greg McDaniel, one of those drivers, making a good go at it. The number 1 machine has worked his way back up into 6th as it looked like that was Tom Ogle going 3 wide with MacArthur and I believe Hinchcliffe. Everybody getting through relatively unscathed. Hinchcliffe drags the outside wall. I saw somebody drop down. That may have been McDaniel who was able to hold on to it. Dakota Pischke getting muscled around. He's up on the high side next to Cameron Shosey. Shosey, the number 13 machine, he's down 2 spots. As Robinson holds on to the race lead here. Jones and Hinchcliffe battling for second. Hinchcliffe up high, Jones down low. Ogle trying to see who he wants to draft here. Jones make that decision easier, but Ogle goes back down the inside line, working the side draft against Jones, the number 14 machine. Hinchcliffe trying to make that number 8 machine about 3 lanes wide as he tucks in behind Robinson. No luck as we're going to go 3 wide for second. It's Jones, Ogle, and Hinchcliffe. Tucked in behind Robinson, the number 23 machine. I saw a bit of a puff of smoke there. Not sure if somebody might have missed the shift or what that may have been. Things are getting hectic up inside the top 6. It's Robinson, Jones, Hinchcliffe, MacArthur, Ogle, your current top 5. Pischke right behind this pack as well. He's got about 3 10-second advantage over Chris Bates sitting in 7th. And again, we talked about it. In theory, drivers should maybe be able to make it till the end on fuel. It's going to be mighty close, especially for Robinson, who's pushing a lot of air off the nose of that 23 machine. Hinchcliffe working the outside line against Robinson. Jones tucks in behind the 23 machine, as it seems like nobody can quite find a line they're happy with, playing cat and mouse, speeds of around 204 miles an hour. they're bumping and grinding. Hinchcliffe working the outside line against Jones. And the rest of the field really closing up what was a 4 or 5 car rodeo. I mean, you can see there's not really a break in the action there. Anybody's still got a chance of making something happen. It's almost super speedway-esque here at Auto Club. The big question is, what can we do on fuel? Will we even get that opportunity in a night that's been plagued by cautions? We've seen quite a few great drivers having to go home early. Jones keeping the pressure on Robinson, saying, I'm not going to let that 23 machine do much fuel saving here at all. Ogle also leading the inside line, not getting too much help or anybody to tuck in behind. There he goes, he drops in behind MacArthur's 83 machine. MacArthur's going to try and link up to his teammate Jones. And we hint at 3 wide for the race lead. Drops down to 2. It's Robinson versus Jones. Jones the inside line. We're 2 wide, about 3 rows deep. Everybody looking for a dance partner here. There's Dakota Pitch, the number 20 machine. He drops to the inside line as well, trying to elbow out. Oh, he does just that. Might have been a little bit of contact there between Pischke and Ogle. Grandpa Pischke ruffling the feathers of the White Claw back number 11 machine. Right behind them, that's Al Turner in the 76. Turner having a great race. He's up 14 spots from where he qualified. And he can see a top 5 finish just ahead of him. I have no idea how this one's going to shape up. 34 laps left to go. Robinson, Jones, Hinchcliffe, your top 3. MacArthur and Ogle sitting inside the top 5. Still great racing all across the track. A little bit further back, we talked about him a bunch so far. Courtney Nelson, the 102, the rookie driver. Side by side with Joey Buscemi and trying to track down now Chris Bates in the 81 machine. Nelson's up 23 spots, MacArthur up 25, so a hard charger award just ahead of Courtney Nelson if he can hold it together here. As the top 5 kind of all over the place. Patrick Martindale is going to get back out on track after 12 and a half minutes, almost 13 minutes in his pit stall. And man, things are dicey up front. Jones and Robinson still side by side. MacArthur and Ogle side by side. Dakota Pischke watches from behind. Seeing how this one's going to get sorted out, we're on board with Pischke. Looking for an opening there between MacArthur and Ogle. 2 very easy to spot paint schemes. And John Hinchcliffe, he's got to be happy with these guys battling behind him. Takes the pressure off that number 8 machine for a little while. I'm waiting to see if Al Turner is going to try something here. He's been kind of biding his time in that 76 machine. Not quite getting up there and throwing himself into the fight, so I'm wondering if Turner's got a plan here. Maybe watch these top 5, top 6 drivers battling back and forth and maybe trying to pick his way through here as the laps start to close up. 30 laps left to go in this feature event, the round 2 of the Kimball Cup Series here at the Old Bastards Racing League. The top 7 have about a half-second breakaway from Michael Watts and Chris Bates running 8th and 9th. And it's anybody's guess who might bring it home here, as Jones, number 14 machine, will take over the race lead, this time with Robinson right in tow. Hinchcliffe still up on the high side. Ogle has been following him the last couple laps. MacArthur staying down low, but no, MacArthur's got problems. MacArthur and Hinchcliffe. How do they hold on to it there? No caution. Let's get that one queued up. I don't know how they saved that. So watch MacArthur on the left side of your screen, the teal number 83 machine. Oh, it looks like Hinchcliffe got a little bit loose. Tags MacArthur. Synchronized drifting into pit road. I think these guys are competing in the wrong sport. That was absolutely beautiful. Somehow able to get it pointed the right direction. Neither one drifts back up onto the track. And we keep this thing clean and green. I don't know how they did that and saved it. So that's going to leave Jones, Robinson, Ogle, Turner, and Pischke, your top 5 in a tidy bunch. 3/4 of a second ahead of Michael Watts, back in 6th. No, make it a second and a half. 3/4 of a second separating the top 5. To give you an idea of how badly that hurt Dwayne MacArthur, he is back to the 19th place spot. Lloyd Moore, Wayne Hufford coming down pit road. They're thinking they're not going to make it on fuel. Trying to see John Hinchcliffe. He's in 23rd, so definitely got the worst end out of that deal. As we watch Robinson, Jones, and Ogle dicing it up here. Right behind them, that is Turner and Pischke having their own battle for 4th. We talked about Turner just biding his time and he might be in it. That seems like it's coming to fruition. Lloyd Moore also down pit road. An extended stay though, so he may have had some issues. It may be a 3-car breakaway. But can these drivers make it on fuel at this point? Or are we going to have a late race caution that's going to undo all that hard work and turn it into a short run shootout? Hinchcliffe down pit road. Not sure if he has damage to the number 8 machine. Joey Buscemi, Chris Bates having a battle for 7th. Bates is down 2 spots from where he qualified. Buscemi up 5. 25 laps left to go here at Auto Club. Shimmy working the inside line against Bates. He's going to make that his 6th position gain. Robinson still leading the overall here, a quarter of a second ahead of Jones. Jones trying to fend off Robinson's teammate, Tom Ogle. .24 laps left to go. It's a 3-car breakaway. Dakota Pischke hanging on just outside. Al Turner seems to have fallen off the pace slightly. He's got to get things going and not lose the draft of that lead pack if he wants to be here at the end, if we do go green all the way out. Unfortunately, Turner falling back. He's now a second off the pace of Dakota Pischke. If we go back to 6, Buscemi has Watson Bates right behind him. That's 3 drivers. I mean, there's still plenty of time left. They could, in theory, work together, catch up to Turner, pick him up, and then get some forward momentum here. But it's going to be a big ask with 22 laps left to go. And again, on the forefront of most drivers' minds right now is the fuel. Can they make it till the end? Woodmore leaves pit road after 33 seconds. And there is going to be a yellow flag. It's showing as Greg McDaniel. Oh no, Dwayne MacArthur may be involved in another one. Let's see what happens. Let's focus in on McDaniel. Oh, a big moment for the number 1 machine. Snaps all sorts of loose. Oh, I don't know who that was, but somebody needs to buy a lottery ticket. But you know who's not going to buy one? Wayne MacArthur. Gets absolutely clobbered and never sees it coming. So this is going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. That's our 5th caution of the evening. 20 laps left to go. All strategy is out the window. It is a short run shootout. And I showed a crash report of somebody. Oh no, I think it was Garisco. May have crashed under caution here. Oh, look at the number 12 machine checked up. Garisco locks up, maybe spooked himself, takes a tow back to pit road. So a tough luck for Robert Garisco, a fan favorite. The entire field's down pit road. I think it's going to be the last pit stop we see unless it's necessity. Dean Gear stays out the 92 machine. I believe he was a lap down, so he may get the lucky dog. So Gear, after getting the wave around, comes down pit road for his stop under caution. So after our 5th caution, it's going to be about 17 laps left to go in this main event. Robinson, Jones, your front row. Ogle and Pearson, your second row. Al Turner, Joey Buscemi will be your third row. And this is going to be a mad dash. I'm expecting at least another caution because now you've got 34 drivers in the lead lap. Everybody's got fresh tires underneath them. And everybody knows fuel saving has gone out the window here at Auto Club. Still keep an eye out though, that 23, the number 11, the two teammates up front. They're going to try and work together. Jones on the high side. He's got Bruce Pearson, the number 22, right behind him. Pearson, a great race. He's up 24 spots. I believe that makes him our hard charger so far of the evening. And we are green flag racing once more. It's going to be 17 laps left to go, round 2 of the season. Field's going to try and get themselves sorted out here. And everybody knows it's not over till it's over. Jones, a massive run, the number 14 machine. Squeezes himself between the two Team Miata teammates. Something has happened to Bruce Pearson. He's fallen way back now down to 12. Pearson's on older tires. He only took fuel on that run. Valuing the, on that pit stop, valuing the track position more so than anything. But now he's getting swallowed up from the field behind. That's going to put Ogle into third. Turner and Bates rounding out the top 5. Courtney Nelson, our hard charger, we know he's a short run phenomenon. He's up 27 spots in the 102 machine. Tucked in about a half second back from Bates, who's at the tail end of this lead pack. Nelson's got Buscemi and Michael Watts as well as Pischke and Foltz fairly close behind. "15 laps left to go here. Anything can happen at Auto Club. The top 3 going to try and work together. They'd much rather this be a 3-car shootout at the end versus having the rest of the field catch up and possibly ruin their plans. Ogle looks for the inside line of Jones. Looks like Robinson's going to go thinking about going low to help meet him there. Has to go back high. Now Jones shoots to the inside line of Robinson. Ogle clicks off the fastest lap of the race of 40.56. And that 3-car pack is we're side by side for the race lead. It's Robinson and Jones. Ogle also in the fray. Ogle might have just tagged the outside wall, and you can see him fourth. That's Al Turner, Chris Bates going side by side. Jones back down the inside line. Robinson up high. And another caution comes out with 14 to go. Shows as Michael Lemonchek and Burt Dirty Dodson in that one. Let's get that one queued up on Lemonchek's point of view, the number 70 machine. Dodson showing the 59. Oh, Lemonchek comes down, drills the 51. Pirouettes in the wall. Oh, and there's Dodson. Just couldn't get out of the way quick enough. Dodson, the 59, slams the outside wall. Both drivers able to make it down pit road under their own power. Now, I'm not expecting many drivers to come down pit road here. Maybe Bruce Pearson, who was on a fuel-only strategy, he's dropped back to 26. He may opt for tires here. I think everyone else is going to stay out. It's going to be Jones, Robinson, your front row. Ogle, Turner, the second row. Bates and Nelson, your third row. Looks like McDaniel, Pearson, MacArthur, Schrader, Lydon, and Nitz come down pit road, joining Dodson and Lemoncheck, who had to come down there due to that crash. Wait, can Amoeba not hear me? Oh, there we go. Amoeba saying, yep, there goes people. Oh no, I misread his comment. Now I understand. It's been a rough night as far as Old Bashers Racing League events go. 6 cautions, 12 laps left to go. I have been downing the water up here in the booth to keep my voice fresh over this one. It's been an exciting one. I believe it's going to be 10 laps left to go once we're all gridded up. We may be using some green-white checker. Amiobi. I've been saying Amoeba for 6 to 8 months now and not saying Amiobi. So one of these days, I will get this corrected. Big fan of Wayne's YouTube work. When I'm not adding memes to it, I am a frequent viewer of his channel. If you'd like to see highlights, lowlights, and everything in between of the Old Bastards Racing League, every event that Wayne Hufford is in, check him out. What about Amiobi Racing? He's active in the chat. Super cool dude. Love his work as well. It's going to be 10 laps left to go. Is this the final restart? We had that poll earlier after having a little bit of a wager with MacArthur, who said, and I quote, 2 cautions, tops. We are well past that. Looks like the field is set. iRacing safety car is going to make its way down pit road. What could be the final restart of the evening. Everybody inside the top 25 on the same fuel and tire strategy now. You have to go back 26th place and back to find drivers who took tires under the lap 88 caution. It looks like we're going to go one more here. Trying to get the grid settled in and ready to go. we will try it this time by the field's getting settled in. There must be something happening. I'm fairly certain that was delayed. Wayne hyping himself up in the chat saying, I finished 40th? Well done. Unfortunately, Hufford down 26 spots in the 75 Chevrolet. We've had some big Chargers, but that works both ways, I'm afraid. Our Charger out on track still. Courtney Nelson, the rookie in the 102 machine. He's running 6th, up 27 spots. Safety car should be making its way down pit road. Yes, there it goes. And with 9 laps left to go, we are green flag racing once more. Jones is going to have that preferred inside line. Robinson up top on the high side. There's Al Turner, Tom Ogle second in row. Keep an eye out though on Courtney Nelson. Definitely has the short run speed. I'm going to be very interested to see what he can do as a developed driver here at the Kimball Cup Series. Once he gets that experience under his belt, the tire savings, which we've seen, which is normally a very deciding factor each and every Sunday. We're used to long green flag runs, not necessarily short run shenanigans unless it's a very small track. But I think Nelson, once he develops the tire savings and possibly the racecraft, he's going to be a contender. We're going to be seeing him inside the top 5, top 10 a little bit more often, I think. And that's without being able to qualify as well. As a reminder to the fans at home, triple-digit drivers, the rookies, not able to qualify until they've earned their double-digit double-digit numbers, and you are awarded that number after so many races and staying below the maximum incident point limit. Historically, we see triple-digit drivers play it safe, keep their incident points low, and then earn their double-digit. Oh, I think Nelson's got different plans. He's got fire in his eyes. We've got an off-track with Cameron Shosey. Troy Baker also off track, and we're going to have another caution here. John Hinchcliffe, oh no, Hinchcliffe showing involved in another one, just can't catch a break. Jeff Lydon also showing involved in the 39 machine. Something's in the water here at Auto Club. Let's get the replay queued up, focus in on Cam Shosey, the number 13 machine. Oh, Shosey just goes very high. Clears himself, I'm afraid. That was Hinchcliffe. Dean Gear gets a little bit of contact there as well. And where's Jeff Lydon coming to the picture? The number 39 machine. Boop. Gets tagged by the 97 of Kenneth Schultz. And around they go. Oh, Schultz finishes him off there by mistake. I'm curious if Wayne's still here. I'm interested to see if he got DQ'd or just crashed out. Because if he just crashed out, there may be some drivers getting very, very close to that disqualification limit with incident points. And this may take us into green-white checker conditions. We do have 2 green-white checker attempts available to us here tonight. MacArthur, Baker, Nitz, Lydon down pit road. try and get the field re-racked here. Yeah, Team Miata has Last Ditch Racing outnumbered 2-1. Jones is in the top spot, but we just got a crash report and I'm a little confused. It somehow triggers a crash report in 35, maybe having to check up. We've got our good friend Mason, another senior producer here at Team Goon Squad, enjoying the show. I believe this is going to be our first green-white checker attempt. It's Robinson and Jones, your front row. Team Miata and Last Ditch Racing represented. Ogle and Turner, your second row. Nelson and Watts, your third row. Your top 22 drivers all on the same tire strategy. Bruce Pearson back in 23rd. He came down pit road under caution lap 88, took tires after a gamble early on, did not pan out. Pace car is in. We all watch with bated breath as we go green flag racing once more. If we can take a white flag without incident, we will finish this thing up. But if we have another caution before the race leaders cross the white flag line, we will re-rack them and do it all over again. It's Robinson out front, Jones working the high line. Ogle trying to give his support to his teammate. Oh, this is going to be hairy. Here comes Ogle with a big run up the inside line. Looking for a little bit of support. I believe that's going to be Courtney Nelson, the 102. He desperately wants a podium here. It's very rare we see a triple-digit driver up in the top three, and it's going to be tough with Robinson, Ogle, Jones, and Turner having their say-so as well. 2 laps left to go as Robinson crosses the line. Robinson trying to make that 23 machine 3 lanes wide, just ahead of Jones and Ogle, who are side by side. Turner still very much in the hunt, the 76 machine. He wants a podium as well. One of those drivers that's been mired with bad luck. But man, Courtney Nelson licking the stamp and sending it here. If we can take the white flag, we will finish this thing up under racing conditions without using our second attempt. It's going to be tough for Robinson and Jones. They're linked up nose to tail to make any moves. Neither one wants to try and push too early and allow Ogle, Turner, or Nelson a chance here. The white flag is out. We're going to bring it home. Jones about 2/10 off the back of Robinson. Both drivers last time down pit road was lap 81. They both took 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel. I don't know what Jones would like more, a win or just keeping Ogle from bringing home a second. Courtney Nelson's fallen back to 6th. Dakota Pischke takes up the mantle inside the top 5. And looks like that is going to be it. The checkered flag flies, and it's going to be Josh Robinson, Eddie Jones, and Tom Ogle, your top 3. We're going to get our top 3 to take their quick post-race photo and then get them straight up here in the booth. What a great race amongst these three. Good racing all the way around. And that's Robinson, Jones, and Ogle celebrating up in the top spot. And then getting ready, Josh Robinson getting ready to put on a smoke show. The number 23 machine picking up his first win of the season. We're waiting on our top three to get up here to victory lane. We're waiting on Robinson, Jones, and Ogle to make their way to the booth, please. Looks like we've got Jones, we've got Ogle, so let's get things started here. Up first, we've got Mr. Tom Ogle in the number 11 White Claw backed Ford Mustang. Tom, down 2 spots from where you qualified, but in a night marred by cautions, you've got to be happy having a clean car by the time it's all said and done here.
Yeah, as hard as we were racing, it's kind of a miracle. One of my teammates was like, do you think we can make it on fuel? And I'm like, we're going to get a caution, and it's probably going to be us. And actually, it ended up being, we didn't get a caution when John kind of got into Dwayne, but
yeah,
it was good racing.
Couple
Intense.
Close calls where we were certain a caution was going to come out, and some other calls where we saw drivers pirouetting across the infield with no caution, but definitely more yellow flags than we're used to. Was that attributed to the track being a little fairly racy and easy to drive for everybody, or what do you think led to it?
It was really loose. Like, if you slid one time and got heat in your back tires, it was a handful. And kind of once it went, it would go. And then at the end there, it was good until it wasn't. You know, you'd be like, oh, this thing, I'm coming off the corner, no problem. And next thing you know, you're pointed towards the campground, you know?
Well, yep, couldn't have said it better myself. But, Tom, a great race. I know it was a long night for everybody out on track, but still a great result for you and the team. And who do you want to give a shout out to that helps make this third place possible?
I want to thank all the guys that run the league. You do a great job broadcasting it. And all my teammates, Josh, John Hinchcliffe, Brian Lynch, Dan Hill, who got taken out earlier. But, yeah, they make it fun. You guys make it fun. Everybody in the league makes it fun. All the guys run clean. It's a really good. That was a great race.
Awesome.
It had to be great to watch. It couldn't have been boring to broadcast.
Yeah, exciting from start to finish. But, Tom, good to have you back up here. Hopefully more times to come this season, and hope to have you back up here next week, my friend.
The only bad thing that happened tonight is Eddie beat me.
Well, and he's next, so I'm interested to see how this interview is going to go.
Well, since I gave him a break like twice when he took the nose off my car. I think him and Dwayne didn't know that I had a front clip on it still.
Yeah, not for much longer, but yeah, we're all waiting with bated breath to see what Jones's interview is going to be. So, Tom,
right, exactly. I figured I'd say something.
Tom, thank you as always, bud, and best of luck.
Yeah, thanks.
That was Tom Ogle bringing it home in third. But up next, Eddie Cajun Jones, the number 14 machine, up 2 spots. And Eddie, we were talking in those last few laps on what I believe is a green-white checker attempt. What's more important, beating Josh Robinson or just keeping Ogle behind you?
Well, I think you know the answer to that one. I'm tickled to death. Keeping Ogle behind you. I mean, because he drives over his head. He's got no business up there. I mean, you saw it. Everybody saw it. There's no love lost there. You know, congrats to Josh. But, you know, I fought team me out of the whole night, and hey, I'll take a second.
Yeah, Eddie, it looked like you were very, very tactical in your decision. It looked like at no point did you want those two-team cars linking up and working together. It seemed like everywhere you looked, that 14 machine, you were squirreling your way right behind Robinson or right behind Ogle and trying to keep those two guys separated. Was that correct?
That's absolutely correct. And Hinchcliffe, when he was up there, he's part of them. And yeah, I was just trying to keep them separated until I got a little help. But I think my teammates had some bad luck there, so we'll re-recruit and go get them next week. But yeah, they got to do something with Oval. I mean, his driving's horrible.
Well, Eddie, it's fantastic to have you back up here in the booth. It's been way too long, my friend, and definitely wouldn't miss these interviews for the world. But before I let you go, sign off and celebrate with your team and harass the others. Who do you want to give a shout out to that make this second place possible for you?
Just my teammates. They do a good job. We bounce ideas off each other, and yeah, teammates. Thank you, thank the league. Great racing tonight. I enjoyed it.
Well, Eddie, pleasure as always, my friend. I hope to have you back up here in the coming weeks.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bud.
Thank you. That was Eddie Cajun Jones bringing it home in second. But up next, the man, the myth, the legend, Josh Robinson. Welcome back to the top spot. First win of the season. And normally you've been a dominant driver. But before we get started, Josh, tell me what inspired your new driver profile picture. Uh-oh. Josh, you got a copy? Paging Josh Robinson. Oh, we've got a message from Josh. It's taking a moment to connect, he says. So Josh Robinson using that Boost Mobile internet connection to race and somehow win. Let's see if Josh has a copy now. Trying to get Josh Robinson's mic queued up, but no luck. We'll give it a little bit longer here to try and interview our race winner, but Robinson having some big issues, it seems. Wait, Josh?
James, you got a hold?
There we go, barely. So you got something going on. How you read me?
Yeah, sorry. Apparently, maybe luckily, the internet seemed to just pop out there, so got you on the old mobile network.
How's that for good timing? So, Josh, before we talk about your great result, tell me about the new driver profile picture you've chosen and how and what inspired you for that.
Just threw a random picture up there. Nothing really inspired me.
Well, it looks familiar. It's good to see it again in the top spot. A great race. I mean, so many heavy hitters in the top 5, top 6. Your team battling with other heavy hitters, last ditch racing, and looked like you guys tried so hard to link up and get some momentum, but everywhere you look, there was somebody trying to interject themselves into the party.
Yeah, that was a pretty great race. A couple of us popped into the practice race last night, and we knew it was going to be a barn burner if we got some good green flag laps, and it definitely did. We had Al up there at the end, and Dakota and Eddie and Tom are always tough. I know Dwayne had some bad luck. That's unfortunate, but he was definitely up there. But that was pretty nervous at the end because that car was a bit of a handful. So it just took one little slip up, and you're 3 positions back.
Now, Josh, with the cars getting progressively worse through the run, do you think these short runs we saw were a blessing in disguise with the amount of cautions we had?
Well, considering how the race results went, absolutely. But but I think once you got to about 15 laps on your tires, it stayed about that level of slickness through the entire duration of the run.
Well, Josh, it's good to have you back up here. You're one of the dominant drivers we've seen in seasons past. Good to have you back, a full-time ride here at the Kimball Cup Series. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, is it going to be another full season for you in that 23 machine?
That is my plan.
Awesome. Great to have you back. Always leads to some great racing across the board, and good to have you back in the points hunt as well. And you're no stranger, but you've got the privilege, the pleasure, the final send-offs of the night, my friend. Who do you want to give a shout-out to that helped make it happen?
Just a shout out to the league. It's not every league you can jump in, get some good clean racing when you get 43 drivers signing up. And unfortunately, we had to turn some away tonight because we just fill up. Shout out to my teammates over at Team Miata, especially Tom tonight. Tom actually probably hurt himself when he told me what line he was going to run, and then I was able to mirror it. And times that's the way it goes. And then shout out to Eddie. That was a great fun run tonight.
A lot of fun to watch for us in the booth as well as for the fans at home. So, Josh, congratulations, the first one of the season. I'm sure many more to come, but good to have you back up here.
Thanks, James. Look forward to go back and watch the broadcast because these are always good.
Thank you, sir. That was Josh Robinson bringing it home in the top spot. He was accompanied by none other than Eddie Cajun Jones and Tom White Claw Ogle on the podium. On behalf of the Old Bastards Racing League and the Kimball Cup Series, my name has been James East with Team Goon Squad Broadcasting. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday night with us, and I look forward to seeing you at the next one. Have a great night, everybody.